Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to talk about the 8th year service of my Polo diesel 1.5 and the cost it costed me is going to really surprise you. This car right here has always been serviced at the service center till it was out of warranty, and later on it has always been serviced at a very well known local service center here in Belgaum, Karnataka. And it's the same for the 8th year service also. The car had been clocked 14,000 kilometers since the past oil change service, and this time I had to get it done at the earliest because it was already crossing 1 year. I had always been experimenting with the aftermarket parts for the regular general servicing, and this time I thought let me stick to the OEM parts and let me see what the changes are. So this time I particularly told my service center guy that I need all the parts to be OEM, the air filter, the fuel filter, the oil filter, and even the oil this time was all OEM. I have been experimenting with a lot of oils also lately for the past services, but this time I wanted to go with the OEM VW 5W40 oil to see what the difference is when compared to the normal premium oil apart from the VW which I had been using previously. So I have used Shell, I have used Motul, and this time I wanted to go with the Liqui Moly 5W40 4100, but TopTech 4100. But I thought let me just see how the OEM performs or OEM oil performs, because it had already been a long time since I used the OEM oil. So I just thought why not test it out this time and see what the difference is when compared to the OEM oil and the aftermarket premium oil. One question I get the most is, should I get the car serviced at the dealership or should I get it serviced outside the dealership at a local mechanic? So what I suggest is, particularly for the VW and Skoda cars or any German car of that matter, it gets pretty expensive to maintain your car at the dealership as the car's age passes by. And if you are on a tight budget or if you want the best value for your money which you are going to spend, please search for the best local mechanic at your area wherever you might be. And there are a lot of them in every single places wherever you guys are. See the review, see how well they are equipped, and if you feel that they are good to go with, and you please go there and ask them what your service cost is going to be at that particular service center, and make sure that you use the best oils. And at the local mechanic workshop, make sure that he is using the best quality oil and the OEM spare parts, whatever which goes into the vehicle, because those are the most important things when you are getting a car serviced. So as I told you, this time I'm going to stick with the OEM VW oil, which is Special D 5W40 from the Volkswagen itself. It is a co-branded oil with Castrol, which is manufactured by Castrol basically. And last time previously the car was running on the Shell Helix Ultra, which is 50500 specified but not 50501 specified. But this time this oil is specified for both 50500 and 50501. So this is one major important point which you have to consider when you are choosing your oils. It has to be specified for 505.00 and 505.01. So like you can see, the person is removing the oil filter and the fuel filter along with the AC filter inside the cabin and changing all the things which is necessary. Apart from the normal regular oil change service, which included the fuel filter, the oil filter, the air filter and the AC cabin filter and the oil along with that, I changed the front calipers of my car, because whenever I went on a rough patch of road, the car made a lot of noise from the front end. People think that it is a suspension issue, but that is not the case. You just get it checked once, because the major part for that sound getting produced is your caliper pins, where the pins hold your calipers in place so that the caliper doesn't move. So what happens is, over the time when the vehicle is used in the rough roads for a long duration, the caliper pins gets worn out. Because of that, there will be a play in the caliper which makes the noise when you go on the rough road. Previously in some of the cars you had to get the complete caliper assembly changed just because of that one part, but now since Volkswagen has moved to the modular thing. So they changed their complete calipers from the Type 2 vehicles. When like the Type 1 vehicle, the calipers was imported directly from Germany. You had to completely change the calipers itself. If that caliper went bad, and it was a very costly issue for getting that fixed. So for the Type 2 and Type 3, Volkswagen has gone with the modular parts, and like the complete caliper, the caliper pins and the brake pads have been manufactured by TVS here in India, so that you get single. Because of that, you get all the individual child parts available in the market. So this caliper pin was the thing which I got additionally changed, and after the change in the caliper pins, the car has become pretty good on the rough roads. There is no noise whatsoever on the rough roads. So with all these changes, the total cost which costed me this time for the 8-year service, like I told you, for the 75,000 kilometers on my odometer, the cost was 13,500 rupees. I'll show you the bill on the screen so that you can take a look at it. So 13,494 was the exact amount which costed me. The parts cost was 8,885 and the labor cost totaled up to around 2,550. So the benefit of getting your car serviced at a local mechanic is basically simple, that you will save a lot of money when it comes to unnecessary part changes which your car doesn't even need. Even it might be a small car or it may be a big car. Specifically when it comes to German cars, they charge a lot of amount with respect to cleaning, with respect to all the other unnecessary things which your car doesn't even need. So coming to the changes after the service, particularly with the OEM VW oil and all the other things which was OEM. Previously the air filter and the oil filter were OEM and the fuel filter was not OEM. This time everything, like I told you, was OEM, and even the oil. The things which I noticed immediately after starting the car was the car feels a bit more louder and the diesel clatter was slightly on the higher side when compared to the Shell Helix Ultra oil. I will talk about this oil thing completely in detail in a different video which I have uploaded. You can see it in the description. I'll upload that video also along with this one. So the thing which I noticed immediately after the oil change was the car, maybe in a bad way or in a good way, that the car has become a bit more growly when it is in the lower RPM. There is some sort of roughness to the vehicle. It is not buttery smooth like it was before, but the moment you start driving your car, the experience is completely different. The VW oil is pretty damn smooth when you are driving the car, and the thing which I noticed is the throttle response has improved drastically when compared to the previous old oil. The car feels much more eager to rev, and the car is much more faster in revving your engine, and literally the car also feels pretty fast. Even though the old oil was pretty smooth, this one feels a bit more rough, but the engine performance has gone up drastically. So this is what I felt, and I'm telling you this after driving this car for more than around 250 kilometers after the oil change, and this is the thing which I have noticed. So I suggest you, if you are someone who's not a very huge enthusiast and care about all the minute things of your engine and the sound and all these things, stick to the OEM oil. It is a bit difficult to source if you are not doing a service at the dealership itself. It is a bit difficult to source it, but I will put all the links down below in the description. You can check the OEM parts and you can order it directly from there, and you can even check the prices there. These are not affiliate links whatsoever. I purchase the products from them, so I'm putting those links down below over here, and so that you can directly buy it from there. So coming back to the topic, always stick to the OEM oil if you are not an enthusiast, because the difference the other synthetic premium oil makes, like Liquimoly, the Motul or the Shell which you put into your vehicle, is not that noticeable for a person who drives the car daily for his work or any sort of daily commute, because he doesn't care about all those things. The only thing which he cares is to go from point A to point B, and the car has to stay in a top-notch condition for a longer time. So instead of fighting with your head to see which oil is the best for your vehicle and to which oil to go with or which oil to buy and then put into your vehicle, is the specification proper or is it going to last long for my vehicle, or like till how long the oil which you buy is going to last in your vehicle, and what will be the service interval and all these things. Instead of doing all those things, stick to the OEM oil. That is going to serve you 95% of all the purpose, and in sometimes all the 100, and sometimes it serves the 100% purpose of what it has to do for your vehicle. It's going to last up to 15,000 kilometers like the service manual says, but my recommendation is don't stick till 15,000 kilometers. Change it at around 10,000, 12,000 kilometers odd. So don't go beyond it if your car is around 5 years old. So that is one tip you have to keep it in mind. So if you are not an enthusiast, that minor 5 to 10% or 10 to 15% change in the behavior of your vehicle or the feel which your vehicle is giving you, that doesn't matter at all. So stick to the OEM things. Make sure that you put all the things provided by the company itself and get it done outside the service center. You will save a lot of money and you will be happy with your vehicle after your service. So that's it for this video regarding the oil change service of my Polo. And if you want to know the problem which I had faced regarding my injectors, you can check the description below. I have linked the injector problem which I had faced for this car and how I got it repaired. And you can also see the other video wherein like how we converted the type 1 vehicle to the type 3 vehicle, the same particular Polo itself, not the same one but my friend's Polo. All those links are given down below in the description. You can go there, you can check it out, and please do subscribe to my channel to get lot more videos like this. Comment if you like this, and if you want any sort of information regarding Polo or any sort of German vehicles, do let me know in the comments below. I will be glad to help you out in this.